If you'd like to, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I post every Wednesday.
Hey everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you what I pack in my travel backpack. I love watching what's in my bag videos, and I thought I'd do a travel edition just because it's really helpful to learn over the years what's best to pack, what not to pack, and I'm definitely still learning. I tend to overpack my bags a lot, whether it's my suitcase or my travel bag, but I still think I have some good tips and wanted to show you what's in my travel bag. So for the past several years, I have been using the Nordace Siena bag, if I'm saying that correctly, and I've done actually a few reviews on this backpack in the past. I can link them down below for you. This is what it looks like. I've actually seen some people on my trips that had the same backpack and they also loved it, so that's a great sign. It comes in several colors. Mine is the beige color, and although it's got some discoloration, it's kept up pretty well. One thing I love about this backpack is that it has these like side pockets here, so you can open and it completely opens up from top to bottom, and there's lots of different compartments, and you have the same for this side as well. So you can put lots of things in there. I like to put my sunglasses, umbrellas, smaller things. And then you obviously have the water bottle holder here, and it's got extenders on the side. Then you've got back here a little strap, so I'll hook this onto my suitcase, and that's really great. And then hidden underneath it is a little secret pocket that you can put your passport in here or whatever you want to keep hidden. I honestly don't use this as much as I thought I would, because what I typically do in the airports is I'll usually check a suitcase. I'll have this on me, and then I'll have a crossbody bag or purse, and that crossbody purse is what will have my wallet, my phone, my AirPods, my passport, all the things that I want really quick, easy access to. So that's why you won't see these things in my actual travel backpack, because those will be in my purse. Going straight into what is in this backpack. So first off, we have my water bottle. I'm a big fan actually of the Hydro Flask, especially because those are a bit thinner and they'll fit in more pockets, although this one does fit in this pocket. This one is my new Stanley water bottle, which have been so popular lately, and I really like they can hold it like this, and it's a really pretty color, and you've got the little flip nozzle. So this I could also bring with this backpack. I'm just talking about the Hydro Flask because I literally just got this for Christmas and I have not traveled with this yet, whereas with the Hydro Flask I did travel with it, and it has lots of stickers and whatnot for my trips, but this is also another great option for traveling. Now for this first side pocket, one thing you might notice is that I like to have a lot of bags within bags. So for me, I like souvenirs, I like to get things, or sometimes when I pack, tell me if this is the same for you. I'll pack something, and then when I go to repack it, when I'm moving hotels or coming back home or whatever, I can't pack it down to how it was and everything won't fit, but it was able to fit when I packed for the trip. And it's the same amount of stuff. I don't understand. But one thing I like to bring is just like an extra duffel bag, because I have gotten better about not buying a ton of souvenirs over the years, but it's still nice to get a few things, and it just for peace of mind, because sometimes I haven't even used this. You can have like an extra bag, and then you don't have to like look for it and stress about it. But it zips up like this, and then you unzip, and it opens up to this entire duffel bag that you can fit like a lot of stuff. And then it comes with this little thing that you can clip onto the edges, and I love this navy color with the rose gold. Rose gold's like my favorite. I got this in Cotton On in Australia when I lived there back in 2018, but I'm sure these bags are pretty easy to find. Then also in here, I just have a bunch of masks because it's just good to have them, you know, and I still on airplanes get a little weirded out about all of that. And another thing is a USB extra charger port that I just always keep in here. Then this other pocket, which looks like pretty much the same, but on the other side, and they kind of sit like on top of each other like that. But on this one, there's honestly not too much in here. I definitely have the bulk of my stuff in the like main compartments, but I do have an umbrella. Just being from Seattle, I'm just used to like always being prepared. I from now on am not gonna buy travel bags that don't have like an extra zipper compartment in the back that's meant for a laptop, just because over the years it's been so frustrating and stressful going through TSA and having to pull out everything to get to your electronics, specifically your laptop. And since I got this backpack and it just has this one compartment, it's been so easy to just whip up my laptop. And it is the largest MacBook laptop and it fits very comfortably in this backpack. But I recently got an iPad in late summer of 2022, right before my last international trip. And I really enjoyed bringing my iPad with me over this. And unless I need my laptop for work or I'm gonna edit on my trip or something like that, which I try my best to do editing and filming, or at least editing before or after trips. If I'm going somewhere like within the US and I might have to work, then I'll bring my laptop. Otherwise, I will bring my iPad. Kind of a long spiel. Basically, if I have to bring my laptop for work or something else, I'll bring it. Otherwise, I will just stick to my iPad because it's just a lot more convenient. Another bag in a bag, same compartment, this very last one here where the iPad or laptop go. I did this last time and it worked beautifully. A lot of this depends on what kind of trip you're doing. Like if I was doing like a more city and within the US trip, I might not do this. But in Costa Rica and Ecuador, there's a lot of day trips, a lot of hiking, a lot of activities within nature. And I decided to get a backpack and put it in a backpack. Now it sounds kind of crazy, but when you're on the go, and you're doing a lot of daytime trips and you're leaving your belongings at the Airbnb or the hotel or the bus or whatever, this backpack will hold like all the stuff that I will show you. And I don't want to have to empty it out every single day and put everything back in it every single day just to go on a hike or to do a day trip. Plus, I feel like for the day, this backpack is just too big, too much. So that's why I got this little camelback and it worked beautifully. I would use this again for hikes or different day trips. I have little keychains of llamas because I was in South America. And another great thing about this, because I did do more rigorous outdoor activities, is it has this little water bottle compartment. So it has this little tube here and you just kind of loop it through the backpack and you fill this up with water and it's in its own little compartment in the bag. Now going into the larger compartment. Now I tend to fill my backpack up to the max, so I'm just gonna go one by one. I keep all my chargers in a single compartment and it's been really nice because I didn't always do that. Except for my laptop charger, just because it won't fit. Then I'll bring a pair of sunglasses. Sometimes I'll bring this bigger case. Sometimes I'll bring a thinner, smaller case, and I'll put that in the side pockets. But for this time, I have this case. And then also bring my jewelry in my backpack, just because it tends to be, I don't have like super pricey jewelry, but it just makes me feel better that I have my jewelry on me at least. And I usually I don't have any great mechanisms for keeping jewelry. I just keep it in a little baggie like this. And then depending if I want to on the trip, bring my planner. I'm very much a fan of Erin Condren. So if I'm planning to do any kind of work, then I'll bring my planner. Otherwise I won't. But for now, I have my planner on this trip because on the day-to-day, I really do heavily rely on my planner for everything. Sometimes I'll also bring a journal just to have. This one's a gratitude journal. It's a great habit to get into, so I'll have that as well. Another thing is I like to bring a sweater of some sort just because it's great to have layers. Airplanes and airports can get cold. I bought a away suitcase last summer and they have these little mini suitcases that look like the suitcase itself. I decided to use it for chargers and it worked beautifully for my trip. It just made things so much more organized. I felt like the next level. I have different things up here, such as important little documents, like I have my yellow fever vaccine card up here. I have some AirPods. I know I said I keep them in my purse, but sometimes I'll have a backup pair of AirPods in here. I'll have like camera batteries, I'll have my chargers. This is also a pretty hard case too, so having your tech stuff in here also is great. SD cards, whatever it may be, I like to keep in here. Another thing is just having snacks. I just found some snacks around my house and put them in there because those airplane snack prices are just ridiculous. So it's always nice to have something to munch on. And another thing is I'm a pretty big reader, so I have my Kindle. Highly recommend this for really everyone. I was definitely against the Kindle for a while because I just like the feel of the physical books, but then I caved in and got a Kindle and it's actually so nice and I really recommend it for travel. And sometimes I try as often as I can to have whatever I want to read be on my Kindle, but sometimes I did pre-buy a book or really want to read something that I have physically. So I do have a book in here because I do sometimes bring actual books along with a reading light because those are really nice to have as well. And then this is how the bottom of the bag looks like. So the top compartment up here, I'll just have like papers here that are important. I'll have this compartment as well here, and honestly it just kind of catches random things. But as you can tell, I always bring my retainer on here or any medications, like things that I don't want to go without if my suitcase gets lost or delayed. So that's where I'll have medications, retainer. I'll have random things like pens in here or a Tide pen or hand sanitizer, things like that, cough drops. It's honestly kind of like the catch-all in my backpack. So a lot of these things, I could probably clean it out to be honest, but there's also like ponytails in here. I have Tylenol in here, chapstick, a lock. I always bring a lock because you never know when you're going to need to lock up your stuff, especially if you're staying at a hostel. Highly recommend it. This one is actually a birthday lock, so I'm not going to forget the code because mostly this is to keep strangers away and they're not going to know your birthday. So I think that's generally a safe bet. Sometimes I have masks in here also, and Listerine strips, just things like that. Also, I don't have in here, but sometimes I do bring my camera as well, so I'll have that in there. I have playing cards because I like to have fun things to do. But yeah, that is generally, now this backpack is so light, I can easily lift it after emptying everything out. That is just a really quick, although now I'm looking at it, not so quick overview of what I have in my travel bag. I hope it was helpful to you. Again, I keep my more important things like my phone, passport, wallet, things that I want to keep on my person and like grab really, really quickly in my purse in front of me. So yeah, I hope that helped you out a lot. Let me know what you use for your travel bag and what you have in your travel bag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you in a future video of mine. Bye.